How's it going? So, what we're doing right now, we're getting our garden ready for this year. Yesterday we planted our slips from our purple sweet potatoes. Seem to be doing okay. Dirt's drying out a little bit, so we're gonna go ahead and spritz them with a little water, just to make sure they don't dry out. Our slips, there's, looks like already after 24 hours, one little root is coming out. So they're coming out good. So to have a garden, you know, I'm gonna have some plants. So this isn't the most exciting part of growing an organic garden, but it's necessary. So we're gonna go ahead and plant seeds today. I use heirloom tomatoes. I have 7 varieties. Most of them I bought from different seed companies online, and this past year I collected my own seeds, and so I like to pick the nicest, juiciest tomato, keep the seeds from that tomato, and that's called genetic engineering. So we got our seed starting mix, which I talked about in a previous video. Now these heirloom tomato seeds usually run you about $3 to $4.50 for 25 seeds, which I mean is nothing. But here's how many you get out of one tomato. That's probably $20 worth of seeds. So this year we're going to grow Atomic Grape, which is a grape tomato. And this tomato is probably the best tasting tomato I've ever had. It's sweet. It's got multiple colors: dark purple, red, orange, green stripes. It's awesome. So we're gonna grow those, and so I start with a tray like this. Very small cylinders, cells, I guess you call them. And a lot of people like to fill up their pots, and then you stick a pencil in it, make a hole, put the seeds in the hole, come back, cover up the holes, whatever. I don't do that. I fill my pots 2/3 to 3/4 full, drop my seeds, and then just put dirt over it. It really saves a lot of time, especially when you're doing as many cells as we're doing. I'm going to do about 22 individual little cells per tomato. So we're going to do, close to 100 cells. So we're going to put 3 or 4 seeds per cell. This is not the exciting part of organic gardening, for sure. It's monotonous, just repetitive, nothing exciting. This video would take an hour if you watched me do all of these seeds that we're doing tonight. But it's February 1st, and we got to get our garden going. So all right. No, I'm just dropping, I'm not counting the seeds. I'm just dropping some in there. But if you're spending like $3.50 to $4.50 for 25 seeds, you're gonna want to count your seeds, and you're not gonna want to waste any of those plants. But since we collect our own seeds, they're free seeds. What can I tell you? It's not a loss if you have to kill off your weaker plants. Alright, so I'm not going to torture you by watching me plant all of these. But here's the atomic grape. Put some seeds in there. The little cell is filled up, you know, 2/3 to 3/4 full. We don't have to poke holes in every one, right? We're just gonna hit it with some dirt. So we got that going. What else are we gonna plant today? I have some peanuts we grew last year. Kind of a special variety, South America. I'll give some more info on that when it comes closer to planting them. But you can see they got some purple striping. They're beautiful. So these dry beans, peanuts, whatever, we're gonna soak them overnight. You don't have to do that, but if you don't, your seed is just gonna sit there in the dirt in your little pot. It's just gonna sit there for a week trying to get waterlogged. And so we're just speeding it along. So we're gonna do peanuts and 2 different kinds of green beans. This one's a rattlesnake pole. What that means is it's gonna grow very tall. You wanna grow it up a pole. That's why it's called a pole bean. This one's a bush bean. These are both green beans, by the way. And this is a bush bean. And this is Kalima. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. But this is a bush bean. So we got 2 different kinds of green beans. We're gonna soak them in water overnight. And then we'll plant those tomorrow. So we're planting our tomato seeds today. We have a red cherry, a black beauty, black creme, a black vernissage, a dead sunset, the atomic grape, and then we're gonna try some seeds. It's a tiny Tim tomato, which is a very short variety that you can grow in a pot. Makes very little tiny cherry tomatoes, but we're gonna try that out in the garden. We're also going to plant cucumbers. Let's see, and bell peppers. Now, usually I will plant my jalapenos and my Santa Fe chili peppers because I love chili peppers. But for some reason this year, my chili peppers didn't die over the winter. So I have 5-foot tall jalapeno plants, and my Santa Fe chilies are still alive. So we're gonna go ahead and try to keep those alive. Maybe we'll have to prune them back or something. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. But those chili peppers didn't die this year. So we're gonna see how big we can get those bushes and see if we can grow them for 2 consecutive years. The cucumbers we're gonna grow are called munchers, and they're like a smooth skinned cucumber. They're not bumpy and spiky like a pickle. They get long, and they're called burpless because supposedly some people burp when they eat cucumbers. These are supposed to be burpless, like they don't make you burp, but they're just got great flavor. They get nice and big. You can pickle them. Maybe that's a later video. So I'm gonna get all these seeds planted, and we'll see you next video. Thank you. Like and subscribe.